This is not another glow-up checklist telling you to romanticize your life or buy a cute planner you'll abandon after a week. Let's keep it real. You're probably watching this because you feel stuck. You're frustrated, burnt out, and every time you scroll, you see other girls living the life you wish you had. Meanwhile, you feel like you're just surviving. I used to feel like that too. I was waking up every day dreading my own routine, constantly comparing myself to others, and thinking, why do I feel so behind when I'm doing everything they said I should be doing? Until one day, I stopped trying to be productive and aesthetic and perfect, and I started doing what actually worked. Not for a Pinterest board, not for TikTok, for me. So in this video, I'm going to share 5 core habits, simple but powerful, that got me out of survival mode and into a life I finally feel good living. 1. The low energy day protocol. Let's talk about the days no one wants to show online. The barely holding it together kind of days. We all have them. But here's the mistake most of us make. We let one low energy day turn into a shame spiral. Suddenly, you haven't washed your hair in a week. Your to-do list is a graveyard, and you're wondering why you feel like crap again. So here's what changed my life. I created a low-energy protocol, a customized mini routine that I only use when I feel like I'm at 5% battery. It's super simple. Mine has 5 steps. Get out of bed and brush my teeth. Sounds easy, but some days, even that's a win. Change into clean clothes, not cute ones, just fresh ones. Drink a full glass of water before coffee. This is non-negotiable. Put on one song I love and move my body. Could be stretching, dancing, pacing around my apartment. I don't care. Pick one small task to complete. Literally just one. That's it. Number 20-step morning routine. No journaling, no manifestation. Just a pattern interrupt that reminds me I'm not lazy, I'm just human. And the reason this works is because you're not trying to force yourself into productivity. You're giving your brain a script to follow on autopilot so you don't spiral. Over time, your body learns. Even on bad days, I know how to take care of myself. 2. The 20-minute move yourself rule. Okay, hot take. The gym isn't the answer to all your problems. And I say that as someone who used to believe it was. I thought if I could just lift heavier or get abs, I'd feel confident and in control. But when I started skipping workouts, I'd beat myself up, and it would spiral into, I'm lazy, I have no discipline, and all that toxic self-talk. That's when I stopped asking, what's the perfect workout? And started asking, how can I move today that doesn't feel like a punishment? Enter the 20-minute rule. Every single day, I move for just 20 minutes. That's the only rule. No pressure to sweat, no pressure to perform, just move. Some days, that looks like walking around Target for 20 minutes with a podcast. Other days, it's dancing around my room like a lunatic. Sometimes it's a full-body stretch while watching Netflix. But it always counts, because what this does is build consistency without stress. And here's the truth no one tells you. Consistent, joyful movement is more transformative than any 6-week gym plan. Because when you treat your body with care instead of punishment, you start wanting to move, and that changes everything. 3rd, being the main character of your mental space. You've heard of being the main character in your life. But let's take that a step deeper. It's not about wearing sunglasses indoors or twirling in slow motion. It's about this. Are you the voice that dominates your own mental space, or is it someone else? Because most of us, we live in our heads as a background character. We replay arguments. We think about people who don't even think about us. We obsess over what we should be doing according to society, influencers, family, teachers, exes, whatever. But when was the last time you narrated your own story? This habit changed my entire life. I started narrating my thoughts like I was telling a story I wanted to hear. Yes, I mean out loud, in my room, looking insane. But it works. Instead of, ugh, I'm so behind, I say, she's building a new system. It's slow, but it's happening. Instead of, everyone's doing better than me, I say, she's finally learning to move in her own rhythm. This isn't fake positivity. This is rewiring your inner dialogue to stop treating yourself like an NPC. You are the main character. Your voice is the one that matters most. And if you start speaking your reality out loud, I promise it will start to change. Fourth, stop waiting for motivation. Start using triggers. We all know motivation is unreliable. That's old news. But if you're still relying on it to get things done, you're going to stay stuck. A trigger is something that automatically activates a habit without needing motivation. For example, when I make my coffee, I write down 3 priorities for the day. When I put on my skincare at night, I stretch for 5 minutes. When I blow out a candle, I log off work mode. These are called habit anchors. They take something you already do every day and stack a small intentional habit onto it. It's sneaky, it's subtle, and it works. Why? Because it eliminates decision fatigue. You're not asking, should I do this? You're saying, this is what I do after that. Period. Start small. 1 anchor, 1 habit. Build your life like Lego blocks, not like a Pinterest board you'll never maintain. 5. The 5-10-15 system for resetting your life. When your life feels like a mess, you don't need a 3-day reset retreat. You need the 5-10-15 system. This is my go-to method when everything feels overwhelming and I need a quick reset. Here's how it works. 5 minutes. Declutter your immediate environment. Make your bed. Clear off your desk. Toss trash. Just 5 minutes. That's it. 10 minutes. Journal only what you're currently avoiding. Don't sugarcoat. Write the truth, even if it's messy. 15 minutes. Do a must-do task that's been hanging over your head. Not 5 things. 1 thing. Just do it. Right now. That's only 30 minutes total, and I swear by it. It's like hitting the reset button on your brain. You'll be shocked how different you feel after just doing those 3 things. It works because it targets the 3 biggest sources of anxiety: clutter, avoidance, and procrastination, in under half an hour. 6. Stop making your phone your morning voice. Let's be honest. For most of us, the first voice we hear in the morning is our phone. It's Instagram. It's emails. It's news headlines you didn't ask for. You're waking up and instantly giving your brain over to everyone else's energy before you've even remembered who you are. And if you start your day in reaction mode, you'll stay there all day, reacting, scrolling, comparing, spiraling. Here's what changed everything for me. I don't let my phone speak before I do. Every morning, I give myself 10 phone-free minutes. Just 10. That's it. No endless morning routine. No pressure to meditate and journal and do yoga. I just stay offline and let my own thoughts be the first ones I hear. Sometimes I just sit with my coffee and breathe. Sometimes I talk to myself like a weirdo. Sometimes I play music and move around. The point is, I check in before I check out. That small boundary? It's the reason I'm less anxious, more focused, and more in control of my day. It reminds me, my energy belongs to me first. 7. Start romanticizing the boring stuff. I know we make fun of the romanticize your life trend. And yeah, the aesthetic edits can feel out of touch sometimes. But let's not throw out the whole idea, because here's the truth. If you wait for your life to feel magical only during vacations, holidays, or big achievements, you're going to feel empty most of the time. So I flipped the script. I started making the boring stuff feel beautiful. I light a candle when I answer emails. I play Paris cafe music while I clean. I match my socks just because it makes me feel like I have my life together. I wear perfume at home. For me, no audience. Why does this matter? Because the majority of your life is made up of ordinary moments. And if you can find joy there, even just a little, you stop waiting for your real life to begin. You start living it. So no, you don't have to fake a perfect aesthetic. Just ask yourself, what would make this tiny moment feel 10% more romantic? Then do that. 8. Create a nourish menu for when you're drained. When you feel low, anxious, or overstimulated, what do you actually do? Most people either numb out, hello 4-hour TikTok scroll, or spiral into guilt because you're not doing anything productive. So here's what I did instead. I made myself a nourish menu. It's a literal list I keep in my notes app, titled Things that make me feel like a person again. Mine includes take a warm shower with music on, watch comfort YouTube videos. Emma, Michelle, tiny apartment makeovers, make a tea or smoothie, sit on the floor, and just be, text someone I trust. Can we talk for 10 minutes? Go outside and touch grass. Literally. The rule is, when I feel like a ghost version of myself, I open the list and choose one thing. This has saved me so many times. Because let's be honest, when your brain is in survival mode, you can't think of what you should do. You need a shortcut. You need a gentle script. This is that. 9. Slow down to go faster. We live in a world obsessed with speed. Do more. Hustle. Achieve. Be productive every second, or you're falling behind. But I'll tell you what changed my life more than any grind mentality ever did. Slowing the hell down. And I don't mean giving up on goals or living in denial. I mean being deliberate. I mean focusing on one thing at a time and doing it with your full attention. You know what happens when you do that? You actually start finishing things. You do better work. You get more rest. You move with confidence instead of chaos. This habit started with something simple: single tasking. No more doing 5 things at once. No more listening to podcasts while writing emails, while texting, while eating lunch. Now when I eat, I just eat. When I write, I just write. When I clean with music on and no distractions. That's it. You'll be amazed how fast your life starts changing when you stop rushing through it. 10. Don't become who you think you should be. Let's end with the hardest but most important habit: letting go of who you thought you had to be. So many of us are living our lives like we're on autopilot, following a script we didn't write, trying to become someone who sounds impressive or looks polished or makes everyone else proud. But inside, you're exhausted. You're disconnected from yourself. Here's the truth. You are allowed to change the plan. You are allowed to wake up and say, I don't want that job anymore. This lifestyle doesn't make me happy. That goal was never mine to begin with. I don't want to perform for people who don't even see me. The habit is this: check in with yourself often. Ask, does this version of me feel peaceful? Do I feel safe in my body and my life right now? Is this path aligned or just familiar? Because the goal isn't to be perfect. It's not even to be impressive. It's to feel free. And the more you live in alignment with your real self, not your performance self, the more life opens up. You are not stuck. You're not lazy. You are not behind. You're just doing things that weren't built for your nervous system, your rhythm, or your real desires. So take this as your sign to let go of the shame. Throw out the rules that don't fit and start building a life that feels like yours. And if no one's told you this lately, I'm proud of you for trying. That effort, even if it's quiet, even if it's messy, it means you haven't given up. And that means something. Let me know in the comments, which habit are you claiming for yourself starting today?